Hi, this is the Recipe Dude, and today I'm going to make my Garbanzo Great Northern Bean or white bean hummus. I like to use half white beans or Great Northern white beans because I think it makes it a lot smoother, a little silkier of a hummus than just using all Garbanzo beans. So let's get to it and I'll show you how it's done. So I'm making a double batch here, so you could just half the recipe just to make a normal batch. I'm adding 4 cloves of garlic and a couple glugs of olive oil. That'll just help keep the garlic down while we're processing it, so it won't stick to the sides. And let it go. You see it'll get nice and chopped up. You might have to check it to make sure nothing's really sticking to the sides and it's getting smaller cut. That's pretty good. I might brush it down once and chop it a little more. Next up, you add your beans and your tahini. Alright, so now we add our Garbanzo beans and my Great Northern white beans right to the top. In here I've also squeezed 1.5 lemons. The next is tahini. What tahini basically is peanut butter but made with sesame seeds instead. Since this is a double batch, I'm going to add 2 tablespoons. It adds a little nuttiness, a little background flavor. If the flavor of sesame seed takes over your hummus, that means you put too much tahini in. Put the top up. Actually, now I think I'm going to add about 1.5 teaspoons of salt. After this, I'm going to pulse it a few times and get it starting to get chopped up. Once it starts slowing down like that is the best time to pour in some olive oil. I would say now you're going to put about 2 to 3 tablespoons of olive oil. Blend it until it gets smooth. If it stops blending or ends up too chunky, add a little more olive oil to it. So that was blending for about 3 minutes. As you can see, nice and smooth. One of the most important parts to making hummus is trying it to make sure it's seasoned properly. I'm going to take a little sample. I'm going to say that it needs just a tad bit more salt, so I am going to add another 1/2 teaspoon. You're going to want to blend it up a little more just to get that salt through it. I would not add more garlic if you think it needs more garlic, unless you like a super garlicky hummus. Or if you're going to eat it all the first day, maybe you could add extra garlic. Garlic and other spices that you add come out of the hummus as it sits. So if this hummus is going to be in the fridge for a few days and you're going to eat it for a few days, you want it to taste a little lighter in the beginning, because the garlic or peppers or anything else you put in it are really going to come through as it ages, I guess, in your fridge. I'm going to blend this a little more and then try it again and make sure it's seasoned the way I want it to be. All that's left is to eat it. I packed a little for myself for lunch tomorrow. I'm going to eat it with some carrots and some pretzels probably. You could bring a little bread to make a sandwich out of hummus, or my recipe mama made some fresh made pita. I may bring that to school. I like it a lot better warm, so I eat that at home. I'll put it in the toaster oven or something. But there's lots of different varieties of hummus. Maybe I'll show you some in another date. But this is my Garbanzo bean, Great Northern bean hummus. I hope you like it.